All right, good morning. I've got 9:30. We will begin our Monday, November 10th. Happy birthday to the Marine Corps edition of Commissioners Court. We'll start with Commissioner Juicy and leading us in the pledges, and Commissioner Rathbell in the end.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On our Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to gather and meet. We ask that you guide us in our decision making. We thank you for this beautiful day. We thank you for Galveston County. We thank you for all who make Galveston County a great place to live, work, and play. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Next is public comment. I did not have anyone sign up for public comment today. I wish to address Commissioners Court. Oh, we do have someone. This just in. For Judge Ewing, you want to speak in public comment or on your item?
Yes.
You want to speak in the public comment period?
I'm sorry.
This is public comment. Do you want to speak in the public comment period or on the item that you're here for?
I would rather speak on the item.
I understand. That's fine. Okay. Ken Harper. Mr. Harper, at the podium, introduce yourself and your comments in 3 minutes, please.
Good morning. My name is Ken Harper, and I'm with the Clinical Recovery and Yield Organization. We are the only dedicated organ and tissue donation center in Galveston County. We provide tissues for transplant as well as research and education purposes. We also provide assistance to grieving families who may not otherwise be able to afford a funeral for their loved ones. And we are the only organ and tissue donation center in the country that has developed a 2-year internship program for local high school students. Our mission and its 3 areas depend heavily on a healthy and stable cooperative arrangement with the Galveston County Medical Examiner's Office. And as of last Tuesday, our agreement with that office was terminated. I have reached out to each of your offices requesting a meeting to resolve this issue. Commissioner Juicy was gracious enough to meet with me and hear our story. Thank you, sir. Commissioner Armstrong's office originally scheduled a meeting with me for November 13th, but then summarily canceled that meeting, and all without hearing a word from us. Most people who register as organ and tissue donors and find themselves in the Galveston County Medical Examiner's Office after their death do not have their wishes honored and are not able to become donors. Their wish to help others after their passing goes unanswered. The information we are seeking from the Medical Examiner's Office is public information, and according to Texas Government Code Title 5, Subtitle 8, Chapter 552, an officer for public information of a governmental body shall promptly produce public information for inspection, duplication, or both on application by any person to the officer. And the recently adopted House Bill 4490 specifies the only deceit-related information that is exempted from mandatory disclosure. This means the information we seek to do our jobs is not exempt from mandatory disclosure. This information is how every organ and tissue procurement organization in the country finds out when a registered or potential donor passes away. Without it, we cannot do our jobs. We cannot help save and heal the lives of others. We cannot assist grieving families at the very worst time in their lives. And we cannot help train the next generation of healthcare professionals. We will again reach out to you in an effort to resolve this issue so that we can continue our work for the people of this county. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bill Maley. Same, just introduce yourself and limit your comments to 3 minutes, please.
Good morning, my name is Phil Mallett. I am a career advisor at Ball High School, and I actually work with Mr. Harper. We have an internship program that we've developed. Currently, I'm an advisor for the nursing program. I've got about 135 students that are in various capacities of certified nurses aide, phlebotomy, EKG, EMT, patient care technician in our program. Our goal is to provide these students opportunities through Galveston College to get internships and apply this toward college or future careers. Last year we began a partnership with Mr. Harper and his program. They gave, we have 7 students that actually worked as interns over at the Cryobank, and they gained opportunity and experience of functioning in organ tissue donations. They learned skills and techniques they can utilize in any clinical environment where they may go to work, whether it's UTMB, private doctor's office, hospice, organization, or college. I had 2 students get accepted to nursing school that were out in this program at the University of Texas as well. The feedback I received from these students was phenomenal. This year I have 8 students that are in line. They're scheduled to begin next month as an internship for this program. As of now, everything is put on hold, and I'm going to have to continue this because of the termination of private bank's access to the medical examiner's office. So the impact of this decision not only affects this organization, it's basically an ending to our internship program to be very provided impactful for our students. I'm asking you to meet with Mr. Harper and find a resolution to this issue for the good of our students. Thank you.
Then I have 2 that are here for item 12. You want to speak now or wait till item 12?
Judge, we decided not to speak today.
Okay. Is that for both people who signed up for item 12?
Is that for Mark Summers or Ryan Knox?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
All right, very good. All right, and that's it for public comment. On to consent agenda request, items 1 through 48 on consent request, item full item 10, 12, 22, 23, 25.
What are those numbers again, Judge?
10, 12, 22, 23, 25. A couple of those items have just been requested to be deferred by the submitting department, just to do them one at a time. We have nothing, we have blank screen. It now says motion to approve, but nothing on what we're making a motion for.
See, there's nothing in here behind. There's 11.
Withdrawal.
Oh, here it is.
Well, no, they made a motion a second, but it's for nothing.
No.
Yeah, but it's got to have it minus the 5. Otherwise, right now, it all has.
Are you showing you can vote, all of y'all can vote?
Well, because they made a motion in a second, but it was for a blank motion. So in that, what my understanding is they'd be passing everything on consent.
You want her to do another motion?
Yes, please. And to pull those 5 that we called out, 10, 12, 22, 23, 25.
Is that good?
Still blank.
Approve it, and then those items will be voted on separately.
Okay. So So just to be clear, we're making a motion to approve consent agenda except for items 10, 12, 22, 23, 25.
Correct.
All right, that motion passes 5-0. Item 10, consideration of approval to implement premiums for the county court and probate judges effective 1/1/2026, moved by Human Resources.
Good morning, Rebecca Gillum from Human Resources. As you know, we recently changed our healthcare premiums for our employees. We made the high deductible health plan free to county employees and increased the premium slightly on the base and for the buy-up plan. This brought the question of currently our county court judges and our probate judge pay $0 premiums for their plan, whether they pick the base plan, the buy-up plan, or the high deductible plan. So we're here today to discuss amending premiums for these county court judges and probate judge.
And for clarity, I did not know this, but this is the only group of people in the entire county that don't pay for health insurance.
That's correct. Our adult probation population are on our county, on the state's plan, just like our district judges.
Okay. Judge Young, I know you want to say something to that?
So I'm here on behalf of the 3 county court of law judges and the probate judge. First of all, on October 30th was the first notice we ever received that this change was going to take place. No notice, no emails from Ms. Gillum, anybody else, that this change was going to take place as far as our qualifying for exemption from the premiums. He's kind of comparing apples and oranges. And that's not completely correct that those serve in the county, that there are not others that are exempt. Actually, our district court judges get their insurance paid for through the state. So that's why we sent the email to each one of you indicating that under Government Code 25.0861, county court judges, as law judges, and included the probate court, which is a statutory court, would receive the same, not only salary, but benefits and contributions as the district court judges. This is why it was implemented that we were entitled to payment of those premiums to the county, because they are to match whatever benefit or contribution was entitled by the district court judges. That's statutory. Comparing it to other employees, they're not dictated by this statute, but us 4 are, and that's why those premiums were not paid. So by doing this, if you take that away and force us to pay that benefit, you're violating Government Code 25.0862. It's plain and clear. So, I understand that the premiums have gone up. I understand there are certain employees of the county that's going to be difficult to pay those premiums. And as you know, we've been advocates of trying to get those salaries of those employees raised so they can make sure that they can pay those premiums. But it's apples and oranges. Comparing county employees that do not fall under the statute to these 4 judges, the county court at law judges and probate judge, which do fall under this government code provision. So we're asking you today, I'm not sure how Ms. Gillum put it, but indicated that on the 30th, when we were taken off of open enrollment without being told any of this, we would have brought it to y'all's attention earlier. It'd be nice to have some transparency between the commissioners and the judges when issues like this come up. And so I implore you today not to violate this government code section. That's basically what I'm here to request of you today.
For clarity, Judge Foley doesn't agree with you. So I spoke with her on Friday, so you don't represent all 3 county courts of law. You represent yourself, Judge Grady, and Judge Sullivan, apparently. If it was so clear, how come you didn't respond to our general counsel when he asked you to call and explain your legal position last week?
Well, I spoke to Judge Foley as well earlier in the week, so I'm not sure what she told you, and I'm not going to get into a back and forth what she told you. But she received a copy of my memo as well, and earlier in the week I advised each of them. None of the 4 judges, I can tell you, had any idea that this was an issue.
And none of the commissioners had any idea of getting free health care, to be fair. But again, why didn't you respond to our general counsel when he tried to understand your legal rationale?
Why didn't I what?
Respond to Paul Rady, our general counsel.
I did send Mr. Reedy my memo.
And when he said, please call me, you didn't respond.
I did not see that.
Well,
I did not see that email. I apologize. And I did talk to Mr. Reed before we got started here today. He told me that he couldn't speak to me because he had sent y'all a memo, and if y'all wanted to share it with me as to his legal opinion, you would, but that he couldn't since he was asked by y'all, and the confidentiality reasons he could not speak to.
so Judge, I asked Paul, our general counsel, to look into this and research it based on your memo to us regarding Section 250861 of the Government Code. It appears to me, based on the research, that contributions, as you speak of, is not dealing with health insurance benefits, but Social Security benefits. Because, for example, we're under the AUL plan and don't pay Social Security, and so it was dealing with those facts, not benefits of health insurance. There's actually been 2 AG opinions, and Paul, you can step to the podium and help me anytime you want, but one in 1985 that came out of Galveston County that dealt with contributions to Social Security for district judges were not, and how it related, whether or not it was part of the judge's salary or not. Another opinion in 2003 out of Denton County, which was talking about benefit replacement pay to offset the district judge's responsibility to pay his or her contributions to the Social Security program. So, from all indications, our contributions means or relates to Social Security. That's the way I see it. Secondly, we did research what, and you are correct in your assertion that the district judge's health insurance is provided to the district judges by the state at a no cost for the individual judge.
Right.
And we also went so far as to look into that amount, and that cost is $698 for the district judges.
For the basic.
To the basic plan.
Right.
Unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to say it, we do the same thing for ourselves, me included. We provide a no-cost health insurance to all of our employees, ourselves, and to you as a county judge. So at a cost of $790. So it's an additional $88, whatever, $92 a month than the state pays. So my conclusion is that we are giving you judges exactly what we give the district judges as it relates to health insurance.
You were, if you make the change or not.
No, we were paying for a buy-up plan. We're going to offer you the free high deductible plan that we offer everybody.
Yeah, this year, maybe that's is that just new this year, Rebecca?
Yes,
Yes.
it is new this year, effective January 1st, 2026. The high deductible health plan will be offered to all employees at no cost to the employee. If they have dependents, there would be a cost for that, but not.
Which
But
is very much aligned with the state plan.
But the cost to us is $790.
$795 per month is what the county contributes to that plan.
But that's the buy-up plan.
That's the high deductible health plan.
Right.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's like going in and buy the warranty for a car. We'll give you a break on the price of the car if you buy our highest model. That's not what the statute says. It says whatever the state provides as far as health insurance, and that is a benefit, right? I mean, I don't think there's any way you can get around saying that is a direct contribution to them that has a value. So all I'm saying is whatever the state is offering, you have to match that for the county court of law judges and the probate judge.
I don't think our general counsel agrees if you follow what you
Right,
just
so
said.
here's a statement that I went through the memo that our general counsel sent to us, and the statement that I kind of clued in on was, here's the statement. It says, I was not able to, our general counsel was not able to locate any attorney general opinions, legislative analysis, or appellate opinions construing the word contributions in a judicial pay parity statute in the context of parity of health benefits. And so he was really not able, and so he went through all the attorney general's opinions, he went through the state statute, he went through a lot of the legal stuff. And he said that he could not find anywhere that it said that we were required to do that via statute. He says that, and so there's a disagreement, there's a legal disagreement, because he does not believe that that's the case at all.
So if the attorney general hadn't been asked to make an opinion, then
Well,
we're
but
not entitled to it?
the attorney general has been asked to make an opinion on issues in regard
I
to this.
understand.
And so there's two opinions, and I think Commissioner Athens spoke about one in Denton County. And then, so there are legal opinions in regards to this, and then also, he looked through, did a legislative analysis as well, and was not able to find it even in statute where it says that we're required.
I think they've addressed other things. I think, the two AG opinions that the Commissioner Appel mentioned have addressed it, but they don't address health insurance. They don't address if that's, and I will agree with them, there is no direct opinion that says health insurance is or is not a contribution. But when you have the state saying we're paying a direct benefit or this benefit has value, that's a contribution. Y'all can sit and wait for an AG opinion on it or do whatever you want, but I'm telling you, under the government code, whatever it is that they're doing for the district court judges, through the state for their health insurance plan and what they're receiving and having a benefit of not having to pay the premium, that is what we're entitled to as county court of law judges.
And that's what you shall receive.
That's all we're asking.
High deductible plan you shall receive for zero cost.
Do what?
The high deductible plan you will receive for zero cost.
And I understand there's a benefit by getting the buy-in plan. I understand that. But again, I don't think that is relative to the issue of are we getting a special rate if we decide to purchase the buy-in plan? What if the judge says, I don't want the buy-in plan?
You
don't have to buy it up.
Yeah, you can do the basic plan.
What I did personally is I went from the buyout plan to the base plan because the buyout plan actually was kind of hurting the county because we were paying so much for it. We had to increase the amount of money that the individual puts into it. And to me, it was more worth just dumping down to the base plan and evaluating it that way. I was in the high deductible plan at one time. It worked well for me as well. I think all our plans work well, so I don't think it matters which one you go with, it's going to work good. Now, I understand that, you got hit with it late. So did we.
We didn't know about
We
it.
didn't know y'all were getting all this benefit for all these years. If I were you, honestly, Your Honor, I'd sit back and count my blessings for having it for so darn long, to be honest with you. Because like I mentioned to you when we talked on the phone,
Ask the state.
we have so many employees making less than 40 grand a year. They don't get health insurance for free unless they want to do the high deductible plan. A lot of them can't do that either, just because it's a high deductible. So, and with that said, I'd like to be able to help out. Do we wind up in court over this? Maybe, I don't know.
And, I'm with you. We are up here advocating every year for competitive salaries for our court coordinators and the clerks. And so to say we're trying to take advantage of those employees, I take great offense to that this morning. If we battle for them every day for y'all to up their salaries,
Who said
that's
y'all-
not up to
who
us.
said y'all were
That's
taking
up to
advantage?
y'all.
Who said that?
Do what?
Who said that we were trying to take advantage of your court report?
I've received several emails, a statement made that Tuesday. I don't think it's fair that y'all get it because we have other employees that may not be able to afford it. Commissioner Appel said the same thing. Well, this is apples and oranges. This is a statute. You want the statute changed? That's fine.
That's
If
what
it
we
gets
might
changed,
make
I'll
suggestions.
take my.
We need to look at changing the statute.
Well, I don't feel like the statute, again, is dealing with the health insurance benefit. Does the statute ever, Paul, mention health insurance?
And that's what we're saying. We don't believe the statute says that, Judge. That's what there's a disagreement.
Commissioner Appel, this is Paul Wright, General Counsel. Note the word benefits doesn't appear in the statute. The statute says the same total salary, and there's an offsetting comma, including supplements and contributions paid to the district judge of the state. And the words "and contributions" were added in 2001. And so that statute for 26 years after the Maddox opinion said it doesn't include Social Security contributions. And then they slip in the word "and contributions" at the same time the question's coming up in Denton County about whether Social Security is to be part of the pay parity calculation. So with the word contributions all over those AG opinions, and then the legislature grabs that word and sticks it in behind the phrase total salary. I don't think the word benefits is in the statute. But even if you do say contributions, I mean, in the most literal sense, to contribute is to take money, right, and to put it in the pool. So if you say, well, how much money is the state taking and putting into the pool on behalf of the district judges, $675 a month. I'm not sure y'all taking and putting into the pool for the county judges, $795. So that was my read of it.
And I'll just speak for myself, because I didn't talk to the other three judges about this. If you want to drop the contribution to the value of what the contribution is made by the state, I have no objection to that. If you want to drop it and say, hey, their value of their contribution to the health insurance premium is $675 or whatever it is, that's fine. I think that brings you into compliance.
Just for clarity though, that's exactly what we're talking about, is bringing it down to $795. So the value of what they're proposing under item 10 is still $100 higher than what the district judges are getting. That's what's in front of them.
Right.
I think we're speaking past each other a little bit. I'm in support of the item. I think it's fair for all employees to have the same healthcare premiums and opportunities. So I think we have a motion and a second, Judge.
Well, I just want to say one more thing. Judge, I respect and appreciate your vigor, but understand, we sit here as safeguards of the people's money. And while you may be right, I don't see it. And so I think we just have to disagree at this moment. I'm all about maybe getting an Attorney General opinion, but to me, we cannot not charge you all for health insurance when we are charging everyone else, being good stewards of the taxpayers' dollar. So in my opinion, we are giving you that. But I could be wrong, and maybe we should look further into it. But today, I feel like that we are doing that, plus $100.
And Your Honor, my comment a minute ago wasn't to insult you in any sort of way. It was just simply the simple fact that we've got people that make not a whole lot of money that have to pay. And that's just the whole thing about it. It's like I told you when we were talking on the phone. So, thank you for your vigor.
All right. I appreciate it.
Motion and second to approve. Motion passes 5-0. Item 12, consideration of approval of a resolution asserting Galveston County's exclusive pilotage authority and opposing any extraterritorial rate setting or regulatory action by the Board of Pilot Commissioners for Harris County Court, submitted by Commissioner Precinct 2.
Thank you, Your Honor. We fully support our pilots in Galveston County, and we were going to move to defer this for now to make sure we have the wording just the way it needs to be, and to come back with it at a later date. So that
And
is
that's
our intent.
because an opinion was just issued in the last couple of days, is that correct?
Yes.
That we did not have when we had to write this and put it on the agenda.
So anyway, that's where we're at. But it'll be back again.
Commissioner, I look forward to supporting it when it comes back on the agenda.
I'm sorry?
I said I look forward to supporting it when it comes back.
Absolutely.
And while I believe too that the language is probably accurate and in line, it'd just be best that we review the opinion to see if any tweaks are needed before we have to change course in the middle of midstream.
But it will be back.
Have a motion and a second to defer. That motion passes 5-0. Item 22, consideration of authorizing county engineering to issue a sand permit at 3925 Highway 87, Fort Bolivar, Texas 77650, to Sidney Bose on behalf of John K. Bose, submitted by the county engineer. The county engineer has requested a deferral on this item.
This item may be next.
Yes. Motion to defer, ma'am. Motion and a second to defer that item. Item 23, also requested deferral by county engineering. No, we not defer tonight. I mean, not tonight, defer. Motion passes 5-0, brings us to item 25. Consideration of approval to authorize county judge to sign GLO form for appointment of labor standards officer for CDGP round 2 and 3, submitted by county sheriff. The correction being taking out round 1 and just items, or rounds 2 and 3. Do you need to type that in, or
2.3.
2.3? 2.3.
What's the change?
We're dropping round 1 and it's just round 2.3.
Correct, Mike?
Well, not on the screen yet. Oh, you said, okay, motion is okay. Motion and second to approve. That motion passes 5-0. Brings us to the end of consent. Now we're on to right-of-way. 49, receive public comment on L4 Ranch Street Plat. Open public comment at 10:03. You want to hear the rest of the Commissioner's Court on L4 Ranch Street Plat. Seeing and hearing none, we'll close public comment at 10:03. 50, consideration of approval with no conditions, approval with conditions, or disapprove of L4 Ranch Street Plat.
Good morning, Elizabeth Roberts, on planning and right away. We recommend to approve with no conditions.
Conditional motion to approve. And a second. We're waiting. We still have consent on the top. We've got the motion over on the left-hand side, but we had a motion to approve in a second. wiped out, now we're back to, this is going to be the third time we've motioned and seconded. Okay, there we go, now it's on. Okay, that motion passes 5-0. 51, receive public comment on Highland Road replat. Open public comment period at 10:05. Anyone here wishing to address Commissioners' report on the Highland Road replat? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close public comment at 10:05. 52, consideration of approval with no conditions, approval with conditions, or disapprove of Highland Road replat.
We recommend to approve with no conditions.
Make a motion for unconditional approval. Motion and a second. Motion passes 5-0. 53, receive public comment for long subdivision partial replat. Open public comment at 10:05 for long subdivision partial replat. Anyone here to address Commissioners' report on long subdivision partial replat? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close public comment at 10:06. 54, consideration of approval with no conditions, approval with conditions, or disapproval of long subdivision partial replat.
Recommend to approve with no conditions.
Make an unconditional approval motion. Have a second. The motion passes 5-0. 55, receive public comment on High Point Beach Addition partial replat number 1. Open public comment period at 10:06. Anyone here wishing to address Commissioners' report on High Point Beach Addition partial replat number 1? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close public comment at 10:06. 56, consideration of approval with no conditions, approval with conditions, or disapprove of High Point Beach Addition partial replat number 1.
Recommend to approve with no conditions.
Second motion for unconditional approval. That motion passes 5-0. We're at the end of the agenda. We're out at 10:06.